Hello and welcome to Kingdom Maker. This is Simant 2020. I'm playing on my test account. You can easily indicate that by the ridiculous amount of gold. And what we're doing is we're going through new content that was recently added to the game. This is recorded during the testing phase, but of course I'm not going to be releasing any information until it's available to the player base. Of course, no leaking and no spoilers there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be highlighting the changes to the combat. So there are going to be a few changes in the update. The first one is going to be with regards to combat, and hopefully we'll be seeing that at the same time as this. But nonetheless, let's go through the combat because there's a lot of changes being made to the interface and the kind of abilities that you have with regards to combat, but the mechanics are going to be staying the same. So they're not changing the mechanics, it's not a complete overhaul of the combat system, it's just some changes being made to the interface and kind of showing you more, I guess you could say. So I'm just attacking a level 19, so I still have the good amount of time before the battle begins. So I'm sending my two armies here. So I don't see a timer. I thought there was still a timer, but there's no timer to tell you when the battle's about. Oh, there it is, sorry, at the bottom. So 50 seconds. So you'll notice that there's no actual flag, and the icons are bigger, but you can just move your guys by clicking them all together, and you can select individual units by clicking here, or you can open this new interface, and then you can click on which unit you want to move, and then if you hold down, you can drag them as well. So that's a big change, which is pretty cool with regards to these interfaces. So you can kind of move your units around, and then if you want to grab like you would the flag again and move everybody, you can just click all troops again. And then once again the individual troops. So with the champions, you'll notice there's a bar on the right. This bar is for with regards to your champion's ability. So once that fills, it'll use their ability. So a lot of the champions will fill once the battle begins, but some of them waits until they actually get into combat. You still have the options to do advance all and hold all. You can still do your surrender, or sorry, your retreat, your advance. To surrender from the battle is the bottom right here. Now, one of the biggest changes, and the main reason they were doing this, is because there's an exploit as long as you're online as a defender. So the defender's on the right side, but it would be here. But since I'm on the attacker, it's on the left side. You can see any reinforcements that are waiting to join the battle. So once the noble has been sent, they're stuck in the battle, but you have this option if you click on it to reject. And what reject means is that the unit, the noble or this battalion, will not appear on the battlefield. You click on reject, and they are no longer in the battle. As you can see, they completely disappeared. The noble is still in the battle, but the units won't actually hit the battlefield. So let's go ahead and go into the battle here with regards to the mechanics. You can also see at the top, there's 100% of my army and 100% of their army. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here. So you can see he's got this, so it procs, so the damage reduction of 53% is in effect. And then you can see that it's recharging. It does that automatically for most champions, but some of them, you know, you have to be either attacking or taking damage. But you can see there's for the guy that's attacking, his damage is increased by whatever percent it said. I'm sorry, I missed it, because I was looking at other stuff. The only two problems I have with regards to this update is when you get in range of other units, it doesn't give you the exclamation mark to let you know that you are now in range before it would, so that you know they start attacking you. And then the other one is, this is not, you know, like a change, but well, it's not a change to the past, it's a change with the current content. But I can't really tell everybody who's being affected by it. I just assume that everybody's being affected by when this guy's ability procs. So it'd be nice if they had like a little indicator if they're getting affected by the ability. I think that would be cool. But the lack of the exclamation marks to indicate that the unit has the aggro of another unit, I hope that they can re-implement that before they release that. And then with regards to the abilities, I'd like it to indicate, you know, the units that don't have champions that are affected by the ability to have like some kind of little, you know, maybe tick mark of 1 or just initials next to it to let us know, because sometimes, you know, units will be affected by multiple abilities. So I don't know, I haven't tested enough to see if there's an indication of like, you know, the reduction of defense or reduction of attack, if that shows on the enemy units. But that's something hopefully we'll have tested and we'll be able to give feedback on and give to you as it's released, or yeah, not before the release, because we can't tell you anything before the release. So that's one of the big changes. I'm also requesting so that they add the exclamation mark for notifying that once your units have aggression or being attacked from the other units that are ranged units. So I'm requesting that. I'm requesting that they do so with regards to the elimination of that exploit so that you can reject your reinforcements. I like them to make it so that it's not only available for people that are online, but if they can reorder the reinforcements from highest power to lowest power, so that if the defender is offline, it can automatically rearrange what's put onto the battlefield based on their power. So that is one of the things I'm recommending, and then I'm going to recommend that they include indication whether the, once you get the aggro with that exclamation mark they had before. And then the final thing I wanted to request is that, so I did an attack with a farmington, so that it would give me plenty of time before the battle starts to kind of rearrange my troops. With your regular battle, you only have like 10 seconds to get everything together, so it's a little bit more difficult. Granted, the regular battles, you don't need as much time, so it doesn't have to be a minute, but maybe 20 seconds would be nice. But you can see I have 5 seconds to get everything taken care of, so if I want to do that, put this guy in front. I'm already out of time, so I didn't even get that done. So maybe like 20 seconds or 30 seconds for the start of your regular battles that are not, like your PvP battles, your mining battles, stuff like that. Ooh, am I even going to win this? I don't know. I've not, I've not been paying attention to what I'm doing right now. I just wanted to show you. But yeah, so, the stuff procs, but just the time at the start of the battle when you're not attacking one of those, special buildings or special properties, and just your regular NPC attacks, you only get 10 seconds to get everything together, and with the interface and stuff, I think more time should be added. So I hope you like this video. This should be released the day that the new content is released. So if you like the video, of course you can like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I'd appreciate some comments, because if this is new content, so I kind of want to get some feedback on it, because I will hopefully be continuing to test new content. And if there are things that I can do better during my testing, I'd like to know. But yeah, so I appreciate the developers giving me the opportunity to test, and I hope you find this information informative and helpful when you get the new content. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, see ya!